Markiplier and his assistant break into a museum to steal an ancient box located in a vault. A chain of escapades leads them to obtaining the 2 keys required to enter the vault. Mark grabs the box, triggering an alarm. Mark gives 2 escape options: going down a sewer, or using a bomb and escaping from the vault. Choosing the sewer, they stumble upon a branch leading to 2 tunnels, a dark or a light one. Traveling to the light tunnel somehow brings them to the middle of the ocean, resulting either with the assistant being abducted by pirates, or Mark and the assistant being stranded on a deserted island, either being abducted by aliens, Hansen, Avedon, or joining the company of a potential cannibal, Patrick. If the assistant chooses the dark tunnel, Mark repeatedly suggests splitting up to cover more ground. Choosing this option invariably results in Mark's immediate death or disappearance. Only one of the split-up decisions results in the assistant being confronted by Markiplier, who tells them that he has hidden codes in every ending, as well as telling them Mark is a liar and a snake, leading to the 31st and final ending. However, if the assistant chooses not to split, they and Mark investigate further into a tunnel inhabited by the sewer cult, eventually resulting in the tunnel's destruction. The assistant holding Mark over an enormous pit. If they decide to let him go, the assistant escapes the tunnel, having to cope with Mark's demise. If they hang on, they both fall, along with the box from the vault. Mark then uses a portable wormhole device found in the box, allowing them to escape. The device teleports them through various other timelines of the film before returning them to the start. If the assistant chooses to use the bomb instead of the sewer to escape the vault, they and Mark escape and are presented with 2 getaway options: a helicopter or a car. If the assistant chooses the helicopter, they find themselves unable to fly it and are sent to Happy Trails Penitentiary, a rehabilitation-focused prison. The assistant can attempt to gain respect from the guards or the prisoners. If they attempt to suck up to the guards, they find themselves unsuccessful and try to do it on their own. In one of the resulting endings, the box contains a fairy that grants wishes, but is confiscated by a prison guard, Boggs, due to its annoying cries of "listen." Quote, in another ending, Mark is ambushed by Bubba Mooskins, an undercover federal marshal, who reveals his true name to be Bob. If the assistant shoots Bob, he takes off a mask to reveal that he was really Wade Barnes. Mark is then shot by the real Bob, who then reveals that the assistant was also Wade all along. The assistant can also open the box, sending them back in time to the beginning, briefly investigating a human-shaped hole, but deciding against entering reverses the roles of Bob and Wade, and traveling back in time then results in the assistant being interviewed by Wilford Wharfstache. Entering the human-shaped tunnel slowly deforms the assistant, a reference to the enigma of Omega fault. If they attempt to gain the respect of the prisoners, Mark is immediately punched through a wall upon mentioning escaping. A musical number ensues, led by an inmate named Yancey, explaining that none of the prisoners desire to leave. The assistant is then asked if they still wish to do so. If they do not want to leave, they end killing another inmate to ensure that they will receive a life sentence. If they do wish to leave, Yancey offers his assistance in their escape. If the assistant chooses the car instead of the helicopter, Mark tells the assistant that the car broke down amid a ride. He offers options of walking or fix the car. If they decide to fix the car, a sinkhole separates them. The assistant reaches a cave, where a man named Illinois, resembling Indiana Jones, hands the assistant a cursed monkey statue and asks them to place it on a pedestal. If they refuse to place it, the assistant, seemingly possessed by the statue, attacks Illinois. If they place it, they are both briefly transported to monkey heaven before Illinois leaves them behind. If they decide to walk instead of fixing the car, a small horde of zombies chase them. Unbeknownst to Mark, the assistant is bitten by one of the zombies. Shied. If they tell the truth, Mark tells them to go away, and the assistant lives with the zombies forever after. Otherwise, they are given a choice between finding a scientist or going to the safety of a nearby fort. At Fort Brannigan, supposedly the only zombie-proof area, Mark and the assistant are inspected for bites by a soldier named Ed Morris. If the assistant tells the truth about their bite, they are shot. If they don't, it is revealed that the fort has been infiltrated by zombies, and that Ed has been bitten, rigging the fort to explode to prevent the virus spread. After it explodes, the assistant reveals their bite to Mark. The box is then revealed to be the world's oldest picnic basket, and the assistant is given a choice between two ancient sandwiches: a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, PB&J, or a tuna fish sandwich. If the 2,000-year-old PB&J is eaten, it allows the assistant to turn into a more relaxed zombie, allowing for them to unite humans and zombies. If the 17 AD tuna is eaten, it creates a cure to the zombie virus. At the science lab, the scientist, Panzino, explains that something has caused time and space to warp, intent on destroying the anomaly. She initially believes that the assistant is the anomaly, attempting to kill them to save the fabric of the universe. If they attempt to flee, the assistant is incapacitated and later becomes a zombie, attacking Mark. If they accept their fate for the greater good, Mark takes the bullet for them, only after which it is revealed that the box was the anomaly. As she destroys the box, the branching timeline of the film is briefly shown before collapsing back to the true ending, with Mark and the assistant at the beginning, no longer remembering why they are at the museum.